What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video, as you guys can see behind me, I have my SCAG SFC30. This is my brand new machine for 2022. This is the model with the front caster wheel option. And I wanted to take a moment to show you guys some of the features of this machine and why I picked it up for my business. So without further ado, let's hop in this video. I'm just going to take a walk around the machine, show you all the different features as I go around, some of the things that SCAG has changed, some of the new features on it, and also some of the things that I like as I go around. So starting out here in the front, this is the front caster wheel option. So the biggest complaint was this machine weighs about 240 pounds, I believe. So the biggest complaint was this used to just have stationary casters, and they were mounted right around in here somewhere. And the biggest complaint was that it was just too heavy to maneuver because of the weight in the front. You just have to pull it up to turn it, and it just got too heavy and too tiring after a few times of mowing. So what SCAG did is they added the pin right here. So what you can do with this is you just take this pin, it is magnetic, so it pops out there, and you put it in this back hole, and that allows the front casters to swivel. Now, if you want to lock them back in, if you're going on a hillside, something like that, you pull this out of the back hole, drop it in the front, and it is now locked in place. This is really nice because you don't have to take a whole lot of time. You can just easily pull this out, put it in the back hole, and you're ready to go. Just line the tires back up, pull it out of here, drop into that one. It's as simple as that to lock the casters in and out. As we move along here to the side, this does have the side discharge, mulching, and also the bagging capabilities. Right now I do have the side discharge flap on here. You guys can see it's a pretty thick piece of rubber. So we'll go underneath here, you can see there's a discharge opening. This is built kind of like the Hero deck on some of the smaller, like the Patriot, the Freedom Z, things like that. It's built more like that than the Velocity Plus deck, but it still has a good cutting deck on it. So if you want to remove any of the side attachments, such as the block-off plate or the discharge flap, just come over here. This is spring-loaded. Just pops up. This pulls out of here, and then this just slides off right here, and that's now open. If you want to add the mulching plate on here, it just has this little tab right here. Slips in right like that, right inside the baffle. Same process. That goes in there. Watch your fingers. And that clips down right there. There's a little groove along here on the bottom, so that way it fits tight all the way down to the end, and it won't rattle off. Moving along right in behind the discharge opening, SCAG added these little pieces right here. You can take these off with the 2 nut and bolt right there. These used to be a stationary cutout on the frame itself. The reason SCAG added this instead of doing that was because some people who mow lower, this would catch into the ground and it would start actually bogging down the machine or the drivetrain because it would catch into the grass. So they took these, so they are easily removable. So you can take these off, and then that is completely flat in the bottom if you mow lower. If you mow higher, you can keep those on there. That'll help from the blowout of the back of the deck. This machine is equipped with the solid rubber tires as well as the poly rims on both front and back of the machine. These have quite an aggressive tread on them, and they are solid, so you don't have to worry about having to make sure that the air pressure is correct in them, or having to make sure that the tires don't go flat while you're out there working in the field. Coming around here to the back, this is equipped with a 2.5 bushel bagger. Plenty of room for if you are bagging the grass or if you're cleaning up areas during leaf season. I will most likely be using this for leaf season, as I have quite a few smaller properties that have larger trees on that need to be cleaned up during the fall. So it's a very nice feature, very good size bagger for a 30-inch mower. I'll show you guys how the bag comes off the machine. So this plate right here, this is a steel plate. Just pick up on that. And then there's two little hooks, two little pegs on this. Just lift it up like that, and then the door comes down. Put it back on, just lift the door back up, drop it in the two peg holes, and then drop this down. If this sits flush on the bag, then you know it is in the correct position. One of the other nice features of this machine is a multi-position handlebar. So you just take this nut off, there are 3 holes in here, so it can either sit higher or lower depending on the size of the operator, and if need be, you can put it up into this top hole, which allows this handlebar to be straight up and down to the machine. So if you're storing it for a long period of time, you can just position it into there, and then it will be up and out of the way, so it's easier for storage. Coming around the back here to the operator presence. This machine does come equipped with an hour meter, so that's very nice so that way you can keep track of your maintenance by hours. There is your multi-function lever for your speed as well as the choke. So push all the way forward, that's choke. Pull, kind of lock into a groove right there. That is your fast speed. And then as you pull it down, throttle it down, and then once you push it all the way to the back, that is your stop. So it will stop the motor from running. This is an independently running motor. So you engage the drivetrain and the clutch separately. So that's what these 2 levers are right here. It also comes equipped with a parking brake, so forward is off, so the machine can move forward and back. And then pull this back, the lever locks there, and now the parking brake is activated. Down here you have the pull rope. I do like this because it's not down there on the engine, it's up here easily where you can grab it. This does have a easy pull, so it has like an elastic band in there to make it easier to pull, so you don't get so much of a jerking motion as you're going to start the machine. Once the motor is running, come over here to the side, disengage the parking brake, throttle up the engine until it falls into that groove, come over here to the side, release the safety, pull this lever back, that engages the blades, and then this will engage your drive light. So I've noticed, just driving it around a little bit, that the more you pull on it, the faster you will go, and as you kind of feather it a little bit, it doesn't run nearly as fast. So you can adjust that to make sure that it fits good for you. I know 4 miles per hour is kind of fast for some people, so that's kind of a nice feature where you can just kind of feather it a little bit to make sure that you're running at a good speed for you. Once you release the drive line, it stops the machine. Then you release the handlebar for the clutch, and it falls back in here, and then locks back into the safety position on it. One of the other nice features that SCAG added was they took all of the cables and everything and ran them down through the handlebars all the way down to the bottom, so they are out of the way, so that way you don't catch them on tree branches or anything like that and rip one of them out. That's a very nice feature, so that way it's a clean line, clean presentation, and you don't have to worry about catching it on anything. This does come with a 1-gallon fuel tank, which is a good amount of fuel for as big as the engine is and as much as you're going to use the machine. Coming over here to the left hand side, this is the bar for your height adjustment. The bar runs all the way up to the front. So what you do is you pull this bar forward, it raises the entire deck up, and then you can change the height adjustment depending on what you need. Again, it goes from 5 inches all the way down to 1.5 inches. Each of the pins hole is numbered, so all you have to do is just pick up the pin and drop it in the hole that you need. This machine does come equipped with a Kohler Command Pro CV224. This is around a 7 horsepower engine, plenty of power to drive the 2-blade setup on this machine. Another thing that I like is SCAG has made maintenance easy on all their equipment. So right here is the drain for the oil. This has a clear plastic tube connected to it, such as what I have on the V-Ride, and it drops all the way down to the bottom of the deck. So all you gotta do is lift the deck up, lock it in position, and then you can slide any pan or anything right underneath the machine and the oil will drain right down into it. Easy access over here as well. You got your oil fill, and right down there is your oil filter. This machine also has easy access to the pulleys and the spindles. Take these partway loose. There's a knob over there. Also a knob over here. And this just pulls straight off like that. And there are your belts and your idle arm and your 2 pulleys for the 2-blade setup. Another feature that I do like is it comes equipped with what I call a roll bar. So you've got your bar that runs all the way across each side, and then it runs down to the front. And essentially what this will do is it'll help protect the engine from getting any damage from low-hanging tree limbs or anything like that. Some of the other things I really do like is the cutouts all around the machine. I know I really like this on my V-Ride. It just gives it a really neat personalized look for SCAG. So it's got the cutout there in the steel for SCAG. And if you come over here to the side, these are also vents for making sure that everything stays cool for the pulleys and the belts. But it also has the stripes in it, like SCAG has the Turf Tiger, the Cheetah, the paint color's Cat's Eye Gold. So it's just different things like that that are really kind of, you know, hidden features, but they really make the machine look personalized for SCAG. Coming across here to the front, SCAG Power Equipment, military grade steel. This is 14 gauge steel, so it is pretty heavy duty. That's why it weighs so much, but it's built like a tank. And as always, SCAG Power Equipment, Mayville and West Bend, Wisconsin. There you go, guys. There is my review of the SCAG SFC30. This is my new addition to my fleet for the 2022 season. I am super excited to put this thing to use. If you guys are picking up any new equipment for this season, go ahead and leave me a comment down below, and also leave me a comment if you have any questions or anything that you want answered, and I'll try to answer them as best as possible about this machine. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel and you enjoy these kind of videos. And as always, take care, God bless, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.